The factsbyhowtohunt.com is a channel dedicated to sharing knowledge about the outdoors and encouraging people to explore the wilderness. In January 2022, a pretty terrifying video was uploaded to the channel in which a group of teenagers can be seen reacting to some strange sounds coming from somewhere in the woods.
You hear it? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light. Hey! That was not an elk. Where's that coming from? Get my keys. Oh, get ready. Everybody, get in my truck.
When you're out in the woods in the middle of the night, it can be easy to mistake certain animal noises with human screams. Foxes, coyotes, and bobcats are all known to make sounds that can sometimes be hard to tell apart from human yelling. But in this case, I don't know of any animal that can make that kind of noise, especially when you consider how loud the banging on the trees was. Elk are known to rub their antlers against trees, but it obviously doesn't sound that loud or menacing. A lot of people in the comments of the video have mentioned that the sounds aren't too different from human screams, and it could have just been a man screaming in the woods in the middle of the night, although that's also pretty messed up in itself. Even though some viewers have claimed the video is staged, the uploader's reactions seem pretty genuine in this case, and the only thing we can say for sure is that it's probably a good thing that the guys didn't run into whoever or whatever was making those noises.
Kev's Outdoor Adventures is a YouTuber known for his camping and exploring videos all across the UK. In this particular upload, he's out with his dog Chow, ready for a night of wild camping in Mardale on what's said to be a haunted hill. At first, the mood is light. Kev's enjoying the mountain views, the peaceful atmosphere, and after a few hours of hiking, he finally finds the perfect spot to set up camp.
Right guys, I found our spot. We're going to stop here. It's not quite near the top, but it's a nice flat spot. It's going to start getting dark soon. It's after, what time is it now? It's 5 o'clock now. Sorry, 6 o'clock now. It'll dark within the hour. So to get this lot set up, get sorted out. Now bring us back when it's all up. Turn off a bit. Hi guys, and welcome back. As you can see, it's still light, and I'm getting everything set up. Chow's had a drink. I'm going to give him some food soon. That's the setup for tonight. I'll show you everything we've got later. I haven't got a great deal with us tonight. There's too much to carry up here. But this is our home for tonight. Got the van go around again. It's spitting on a rain, so it looks a bit cloudy. But we weren't supposed to get any rain till tomorrow. But the way it's looking, we might get it tonight.
As night falls, Kev cooks up some dinner and sits down to enjoy the quiet. But that calm wouldn't last long. Just before heading to bed, he notices something strange.
I've had nothing creepy yet, heard nothing yet. There's some people down there though. The light keep popping up on the woods. Actually it's there now. I'll turn this light off. And I'll see if I can get it up. There it is. There's people in the woods down there as well. Yeah, see, I went to go there one time before. Couldn't get there was lads there, so didn't bother. I went somewhere else in the woods. See, they're all the way down there, I'm up here. To see my light, but they wouldn't walk up here, it's too far. All the way around and then back up again. So I'm going. So I'll turn this light a little bit. It's a bit bright, you can still see. But I'm gonna chill for a little bit now. Finish this can. Maybe just watch a film a little bit. Chow's still asleep. He's down there. He's flat out. So hopefully it's him for the night. You probably want to pee later on through the night, but it happens. Right guys, I'll bring us back before bedtime. Turn off a bit.
Far in the distance, a light, almost like a flashlight, flickers across the hillside. Kev brushes it off, saying it's way too far for anyone to reach his spot anyway. He eventually crawls into his tent and tries to get some rest. But not long after, he's woken up again, this time by something much closer.
Sounds like something's outside, walking about. I know it's windy, but fuck's that? I didn't know if you can pick it, you can hear it or not. Right guys, I'm going to turn this light off. The fuck? I'm going to try and get some sleep. I know it's windy, but I just saw it, those footsteps outside as well. Can't hear it now, like, but when you feel like people walking around in long grass, makes it a rustling sound. That's what it was like. But I'm going to turn this light off. I want to try and get some sleep.
Slow, crunching footsteps right outside his tent. You can even hear them clearly on the audio. Kev stays quiet, trying to make sense of what's happening. By morning, everything seems fine, but the unease remains. Because whoever or whatever was walking near his camp that night never revealed themselves. Could it have been the same people from across the hill, or something else entirely? I guess we'll know. Dan Ventures Outdoors is an English YouTuber who's recently started sharing his camping trips online. Dan's still pretty new to the hobby, but he's quickly building a name for himself in the outdoor community. For this trip, he decided to head out to a forest near his hometown, joined by one of his friends, Reese.
Get on, John. And we've got the wood there. This is the camp, mate. We've even got a tree swing, look. We've even got a tree swing.
You want a peg up?
Yeah.
If I tell them I found conkers. Oh, they're for Edie. If you're watching, when you're watching Edie, got your conkers.
Got your conkers. Your dad's got your conkers.
Because she'll love that.
Yeah, well. Ray's just getting fire started. Cracked a beer each. He's on the Stella. I've got the Cruise Campo. The South the Germans beers. The Germans. Quite nice actually. Quite nice actually. quite nice beer.
Cruz Campo's Spanish.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was German.
Oh well.
Never mind.
Oh well, does it matter?
It doesn't matter, mate. I still drink it, don't I?
Alright, yeah, go.
I thought it was German. It's Spanish.
Espanol.
Yeah, it even says on it, Espana. On it. And I'm looking at it and thinking, it's German.
That's the guy.
Good job you're here, mate.
That's the guy drinking it. It's like.
Good job he's here. Where is he? There.
The mood was great. Reese was busy getting the fire going while Dan sat back, enjoying a Spanish beer and taking in the peaceful surroundings. After cooking some dinner, night started to fall. The two began setting up their tents, ready to call it a day. But what happened next would keep them awake much longer than planned.
This is Reese's tent. He's just about set up. MSR. This is a proper tent, this, guys. Look at this. This is a proper tent. I'm a proper camper. I'm a professional.
I go real big camp.
Yeah, that's a proper tent. That's mine set up. It's getting dark, look. Glad we've got tent up now. Hell yeah. That's it, I just thought I'd show you that. So, someone keeps whistling. We've got the air rifle ready. But someone keeps whistling. See if I can catch it on camera.
I've got a good shot.
They're not whistling now, I don't know where they've gone. They've been shouting and whistling now, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, we had a dog.
Maybe. So, we're in bed. The time is 8:53. And I think it's time to just watch some YouTube videos, I think. Listen to a podcast or something. Just help me relax. Just get my head down. This is my setup. Got my pillow and my mat. I got my sleeping bag there. My bag. So yeah, I think it's just time to just watch something and chill out. I did hear some whistling, but I think it was someone whistling at the dog, but yeah, I think that's it. So I'm just going to chill out. And yeah, if I don't see you through the night, I'll see you in the morning. Night. I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like someone or something walking around. Hello? Hello? I don't know. Just had a quick look. I'm not getting out. It might just be like an animal or something. Can't hear anything now.
It sounded like human footsteps. Mental. I'm just gonna chill. See if it comes back. See if I can hear anything. I'll bring you back if I hear anything or anything happens.
Out of nowhere, clear footsteps can be heard circling Dan's tent. You can feel the tension in his voice, unsure whether it's an animal, a person, or something else entirely. The next morning, Dan asked Reese if he'd gotten up during the night, but he hadn't. Everything was still there. Nothing had been stolen, but whoever was walking around their camp that night remains a mystery. And honestly, that's what makes it so unsettling. Not knowing who was out there, or why.
Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil has been uploading videos of his hiking trips to his channel Hike Slam, where he gives his viewers a glimpse into everything he does to prepare for a long hike, camp alone in the middle of the woods, choose the right hiking gear, and pretty much everything related to the outdoors. On the night before Thanksgiving 2021, Phil went on an overnight hike to camp on the Appalachian Trail near his house in Virginia. For the first half hour of his hike, things kick off pretty normally, but after a while, he finds some odd-looking trash lying on the side of the trail. Strangely, there appears to be some writing on some of the containers he finds, which appear to be song lyrics, though it's hard to imagine why anyone would go through the trouble of writing out entire songs or poems on a plastic container only to later throw it on the side of the trail. As he crosses the boundary into the wilderness, things continue to get stranger and stranger, and as he nears the campsite, Phil finds another series of disturbing notes.
The weirdness continues. What the? And there's a dead duck here.
Some of the notes appear to contain cryptic poems, others seem to talk about pretty in-depth conspiracy theories and undercover federal agents or something, and the rest appear to be biographical, with whoever wrote them telling parts of their story. It's tough to confirm if the person who wrote the notes was the same person who killed the duck, but honestly, it would be too much of a coincidence for the dead duck to be lying right there next to the series of creepy notes, which were obviously placed there recently considering they're in good condition and not wet. After taking in the eerie scene, Phil notices a tarp and a fire next to a campsite about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck. Staying as far away as possible from the campsite, he continues making his way up to a shelter. Although this next part wasn't caught on camera, Phil then reported that he saw two women coming down the trail with their dog, asking him if he had seen the guy who was leaving the creepy notes and dead animals on the side of the trail. When Phil mentioned he saw a campsite and a fire a few yards away from the notes, the woman got scared and asked him to walk back to their car with them. Thinking it was probably a good idea to move as far away as possible from the campsite anyway, Phil went back with them and then started hiking in the other direction to find a safer place to spend the night. Fortunately, the rest of his hike to the new shelter was a lot more uneventful for Phil, and once he got there, he was able to set up a camp for the night, light a fire, and enjoy his dinner miles away from the disturbing notes he found. A few minutes later, once it got dark, Phil decided to go into the shelter and check out the camp log and see some of the notes and stories other hikers had left behind, and that's when things get extremely creepy again.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log where people write in their trail names and what's going on. They can write whatever they want in there. So it's kind of cool tradition here. So let's see what this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally. It's nice and little trail magic. Ah, some comics and writing and stuff. Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap. Wait a second. Hold on, I'm adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
Even though the shelter where Phil's currently staying at is more than 2 miles away and on the other side of the road from the previous one, the handwriting in the camp log is exactly the same as the handwriting that was on the notes and garbage on the other side of the road. This is pretty disturbing in itself, but it gets even more so when Phil starts to actually read some of the content in the logbook.
In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail, what the heck? In solitary confinement, I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9. This is the same ramblings from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary. Kind of weird. Those women down there said they were going to call the police on the guy. Wow, this is weird. It's just like it goes in one direction, then immediately goes in a completely different direction. And there's just so much of it. Like this line up here. Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of little Mrs. Wolf. Content. Come up with some more of those wicked schemes, JB and company, so I can show some more of your true character.
The fact that there's a convicted felon walking around the woods leaving dark and weird notes all over the place is extremely concerning, and based on the kinds of stuff the guy is writing, he's probably not in his right mind. This could obviously be dangerous for Phil, especially since it's already pretty dark and he doesn't appear to have anything to defend himself with. As he gets ready to go to sleep in his tent, Phil walks back to the shelter once more, where he finds half a Gatorade bottle hanging from a string on the ceiling with a note in the same guy's handwriting that reads, "Watch out for Yeet Mouse, the dead do walk and talk." Understandably creeped out by yet another disturbing note, Phil tries to fall asleep in his tent, obviously a little on edge from everything that happened that day. The last thing you'd want to happen if you were in Phil's position would probably be to start hearing strange noises near the shelter in the middle of the night, and that's exactly what happened. While he was falling asleep, he heard something moving near the shelter, and as he poked his head out of the tent, he saw a single guy with a headlamp walking around the shelter. Not wanting to find out if it was the same guy who had been leaving notes, he quietly made his way back to the truck in the middle of the night, checking over his shoulder the entire way to make sure he wasn't being followed. Luckily, he made it back home safely, and as of 2024, he hasn't uploaded another video about the strange notes he found on the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty likely that dozens of other hikers after him came across the disturbing notes and the dead duck, but we'll probably never know who exactly the guy who wrote them was, or what he would have done if he ran into any unsuspecting campers.